On this part of the course for Mastercourse for streaming, we're going to talk about legal binding rights. Like, for instance, freedom of speech. Now, I heard a lot of people use that word, that phrase, a lot, over and over and over again, and disregard what it really means. So let me give you a crash course in what freedom of speech actually entails. Freedom of speech entails that if I say something and for some reason the government does not like what I'm saying, they can't lock me up for saying it. They can put a watch on me, they can do that, but they can't exactly lock me away for saying what I want to say. Just so you understand that. Freedom of speech does not mean that what I say does not have a consequence. Now, Washington, D.C. can't knock down my door, but local enforcement can. If I pose a threat to anyone. Consequence could be also I piss off a person on this actual site and they come find me in real life and we fight. And one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose. But that's the consequence. And let me say this. I have never ducked out of any kind of consequence in my life. I will actually take full responsibility. If I go to jail, I go to jail. But you know what? I will say what the hell I want to say because I know I have the freedom to say it. But I also understand that whatever I say has a consequence. Either positive or negative. And what everyone fails to understand is that because they think they can get away with it, they'll say way worse things, they'll do way worse things, and act like no one can touch them. That's not what the freedoms or the amendments are there for. They're not there to literally safeguard you from consequences. They're to safeguard you from irresponsible or unnecessary actions by the government itself. Guys gotta look deeper into your Constitution. You gotta honestly read it better. And for those who have trouble with reading, I totally understand it. Just get an audiobook. Get an audiobook. Listen to it. Repeat the stuff that you don't understand. If you don't understand something still, ask the person that you can trust by you to explain it better to you. I'm very sure they will. You have to honestly look at what you're doing and understand there are consequences to every action. And as streamers, as influencers, we have the duty, the due diligence to actually be responsible enough to make sure that our fans are responsible enough. And yes, not all their actions are going to be on us. They're going to be all on them. But our actions to prevent them to get to that level, yeah, that is actually on us. We can't allow them to get violent. We can't allow them to go out doxing everyone. We can't allow them to start riots and start hooligan shit. For God's sake, man. This ain't a fucking frat party that can go wild every fucking hour, every fucking day, every fucking moment of the fucking year and onward. You can't do this. there's gotta be some sensible actions taking place. And the one thing I beg everyone to do is be sensible. If you know something's wrong, don't do it. If you know, like, somehow, some way, your word is going to affect someone, don't be that stupid. For God's sake, use this. Use this up there. I know you got one. I know you got a brain. Think. Think. It's not that hard. It's really not. It's easy. You just put your thought to it and say, is this right? And if it's no, don't do it. If it's yes, question it again. Because I'll tell you, out of everything in the world, the one thing that everyone fails to understand is sometimes their own personal self gets involved in the choices and never exactly measures up to what is actually the right thing to do. So, as I say, as to be good citizens of whatever country you're in, honestly, whatever country you're in, just read up the Constitution of your country. Read up on that document that is binding to your country. Read up on certain laws. Follow them, because you'll be a lot happier and you won't be as freaking miserable as you might be right now. Make any sense to anyone, please? I mean, all I'm doing is literally just giving you advice from a person that has literally learned, like, the right way of taking things. And look, my procedures with officers, whenever I have to deal with them, is absolutely peaceful. No one ever attacks me or gets mad with me. Like, I've had the chance where I got angry at myself by exploding my own car of the anger and rage for getting a ticket. And I got a worse ticket than I was probably going to actually get. That's on me, man. It's not on the officer, it's on me. Like, all of our actions have consequences. You just gotta honestly think about it more harder enough. I don't understand where the logic comes in place for so many people to be so asinine backwards. So, be aware of your words. And be aware of what you call as free speech, because most of the times, if not almost all times now these days, whatever anyone calls free speech is bullshit. Absolute entitlement and bullshit. And I can tell you that, because I've at least read the Constitution a multitude of times. I just don't memorize word by word what it says. I just remember what it entails. Alright? So use your First Amendment rights if you're in the United States correctly. And let's move forward, people. There you go. Peace. See you in the next.